Hey everyone, and welcome. Today we're diving deep into a toolkit that has become the absolute backbone of modern 3D creation. From blockbuster games all the way to stunning visual effects. We're talking, of course, about the Adobe Substance 3D suite. I want to kick things off with just one number. A single, powerful number. 95%. Just let that sink in for a sec. What on earth could that be referring to? Well, that 95%, that's the percentage of major AAA video game projects in development right now that are being built using these varied tools. So yeah, this isn't just some popular piece of software. It's the industry standard. And in this explainer, we're going to break down exactly why. So here's our roadmap for today. We'll kick things off by digging into its status as the industry standard. Then we'll meet the core apps in the suite. We'll explore the workflow from creation to texturing and from capturing reality to setting the virtual stage. We'll also look at why so many artists prefer getting it on Steam. And finally, we'll cover your next steps if you're ready to get started. All right, first up, the industry standard. Let's dig into why these tools are really the go-to choice for any top-tier creative project. It's not just about that one crazy statistic. You see, the suite's dominance is felt across the entire high-end production pipeline. It's not just AAA games. The most prestigious visual effects studios, the folks creating that movie magic you see on the big screen, they rely on Substance. Same deal for the major animation studios, bringing our favorite characters to life. When the best of the best are all using the same toolkit, you just know it's something special, right? So what is the Substance 3D suite, really? Well, it's not just one program. Think of it more like a complete, interconnected ecosystem of 4 core applications. Each one has a very specific job, but they're all designed to work together perfectly. This table here kind of breaks down the whole workflow. You've got Designer, where you create your fundamental building blocks, your materials, and even some models. Then you jump over to Painter, which is like your digital paintbrush, where you bring those assets to life. Sampler is your bridge to the real world, turning photos into usable 3D materials. And finally, there's Stager, which is your virtual photo studio, where you pull it all together for that perfect final shot. Okay, let's zoom in a bit on that workflow, starting with the first 2 powerhouse apps, Designer and Painter. This is really where the magic begins, where all the core asset creation and artistic work happens. Substance Designer. This thing is the heart and soul of material creation. Seriously, think of it like a mad scientist laboratory where you can cook up any surface you can possibly imagine, from simple fabrics to complex, weathered metals with total control. Its secret sauce is a node-based system. Now, it might look a little intimidating, but just think of it like a visual flow chart for your textures. Each little box, or node, does one specific thing. And that node-based workflow, it means you can change one little thing, say the color of some rust, and bam, it updates instantly everywhere. You can build materials from pure math, that's what we call procedural, or you can use real-world scans, or even mix and match. And get this, the tech has gotten so good you can now generate and assemble entire 3D models this way, right inside Designer. Okay, so you've got your 3D model, now you need to paint it, right? That's where Substance Painter steps in. If Designer is the lab, Painter is the art studio. It's so intuitive and powerful that it's totally earned its nickname, the Photoshop of 3D. Both apps use a similar layer-based, non-destructive system, meaning you can stack effects, paint details, and then go back and tweak anything without messing up your previous work. And Painter is just packed with features that make an artist's life so much easier. Smart materials intelligently adapt to the shape of your model, applying wear and tear exactly where it would naturally happen. You can literally use a physics engine to throw dirt or rust particles at your model for crazy realistic weathering. It handles incredibly complex models with no problem, and most importantly, it plugs directly into pretty much every major game engine and renderer out there. And hey, don't just take my word for it. This quote really nails it, saying the industry uses Painter to bring creations to life thanks to its unparalleled speed, flexibility, and visual quality. Couldn't have said it better myself. All right, let's switch gears. We've talked about creating things from scratch, but what about bringing the real world into our digital scenes and then making it all look perfect? That is the domain of Sampler and Stager. Sampler is, well, it's basically pure magic. It's designed to do one thing and do it incredibly well. Take real-world images and just turn them into digital materials. It's wild. If you can snap a photo of it, you can probably make it into a 3D material with Sampler. At its core is some seriously powerful AI. You can feed it a single photo of, let's say, a cool brick wall you saw, and boom, in seconds you have a complete realistic material. You can then take that material and mix it with other stuff, like adding procedural moss or some puddles on top. It even lets you take a 360-degree photo and turn it into a professional lighting setup for your entire scene. So, you've got your beautifully textured models and your custom materials. Now what? You need a stage, right? That's Substance Stager. It's your personal virtual photography studio. It's designed from the ground up to be the absolute easiest way to arrange your assets, light them beautifully, and create those final, jaw-dropping images. And this is where that whole ecosystem idea really clicks. Stager isn't just some separate app, it's deeply connected. With literally one click, you can send your finished model from Painter straight into Stager, and everything, all your materials, all your textures, is perfectly intact. It's a super smooth workflow that just lets you stay creative. Now that we've seen what these amazing tools can do, let's talk about how artists actually get their hands on them. While Adobe offers a subscription, a ton of users specifically go to the gaming platform Steam to buy the suite. So, what's up with that? This user review pretty much sums it up perfectly. Artists value choice. They want to buy only the specific tools they need, and many prefer a perpetual license, which means they own that version of the software forever, over a recurring subscription. The difference is really straightforward. With the Steam version, you make a one-time payment, and you own that software. You can pick and choose, just buying Painter if that's all you need. This is a big contrast to the subscription model, which requires those ongoing payments and often bundles tools that a specialist might never use. For many freelancers and independent artists, this ownership model is a huge deal. All right, let's bring it all home with the practical details. If you're feeling inspired and want to check out the Substance Suite for yourself, here's what you need to know. First off, compatibility. The main creation tools, we're talking Designer, Painter, and Sampler, run great on Windows, Mac, and even on Linux through SteamOS, which is awesome. It's important to note, though, that Stager, the rendering app, is currently limited to just Windows and Macs, so that's just something to keep in mind depending on your setup. And what about the cost? Well, while the perpetual licenses have a set price, a little patience can really pay off. The source material shows that during major sales events on Steam, the entire suite has been discounted by as much as 33%. So if you're thinking of buying, it might be worth waiting for the next big sale. So there you have it. We've seen the power, the workflow, and the incredible adoption of the Substance 3D suite. It is, without a doubt, the standard for creating the virtual worlds we all love. So the only question left is the one on your screen. The tools are here. What will you create? Thanks for watching.